I just don't get tattoos all the time. I get one like every few months. And it's supposed to say angel energy. And that was just says energy angel.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again, and today we are taking a look at women regretting their tattoos. Don't forget to drop a comment, make sure you subscribe if you are new here, and let's jump into it.
I hate my tattoos, and let me tell you why. So I've never ever seen anyone talk about this openly on the internet. I started getting them at 18, and since I was maybe 10 years old, I was going through some identity crisis, wanting to be loved, wanting to be accepted, and for me, that was my way to do that. And I'm not the same person I was 20 years ago. Whenever somebody asks me about a tattoo, should I get a hand tattoo? No, please don't get it. Or at least wait a long time until you're 100% certain that you want it. It's been a few years now, but I started getting a few small tattoos removed, and it's painful. If I had the opportunity and the money, I would completely remove every single tattoo on my body.
A lot of modern women don't seem to understand the idea that once you get a tattoo, it is there forever.
I do have a tattoo. I'm getting it removed. I don't like tattoos. Love tattoos on other people. It freaks me out that it's in my skin. I thought I always wanted a tattoo, and I don't want one anymore. And hers are so nice.
It's a lot easier and cheaper to just not get a tattoo than to have it removed later.
A mistake that I made that I still think about is like 80% of my tattoos. I don't regret them enough to laser them, but some of them, like, I mean, I love my cat, but like I didn't need that. I love my dog, but like, I don't know, just having a pit bull in every picture for the rest of my life is kind of intense. There's just a few I could do without.
You can tell that very little thought went into the decision to get a pit bull tattooed on her arm.
So I just got a new tattoo and I regret it. I absolutely regret it. It's been like 5 days, so let's take it off together while I tell you why I regret it. Okay, so basically on Sunday, I went to a KVD event and they were giving out flash tattoos. And I cannot say no to a tattoo on the spot, right? So of course, I go for a tattoo, and the flash tattoo, there was a lot of options. I'll insert a picture right here for you to see. I chose a flower. Last minute, the tattoo artist was like, "You want it there?" And I was like, "No."
She could have easily said no to getting a tattoo if she wanted. Nobody was forcing her to get one.
Then I was like, okay, wait, let me just get the cherries. It was like, okay, yeah, it'll be so cute, like, because I have another tattoo right here, right? So then I'm sitting there, him tattooing me already, and I can't just say like, stop, right? So I'm like, yeah, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this cherry tattoo. Now I have to lie to people and say that cherries are my favorite fruit, because why would I tattoo on myself? This is the most meaningless tattoo ever. The cherries are just very questionable.
It's unfortunate that it took a tattoo that she hated to remind her to control her impulses.
I don't believe in regret. I do have one giant regret in my life, and that is getting all of these tattoos on my arm. Just saying that out loud, I've been holding that in for so long. So just saying that out loud feels so good to let that go.
It always seems fun in the moment, but they never actually realize that it is permanent until it's too late.
He's right. I do regret getting these tattoos. I do regret having this on my body and in undergoing so much change, and to have those feelings, those resentments coming up for yourself. It was very heavy and very hard to deal with. All summer, last summer, I wore only long sleeves. I would not wear a short sleeve. I would not wear a tank top. I wore long sleeves the entire summer because I was so ashamed. It's unfortunate that the person that I am today has to live with the very long-term repercussions of the decisions that I made when I was 18 years old.
When you are 18, you are not thinking about the long-term consequences of getting those tattoos a lot of the time.
I'm a firm believer that there is an exception to every rule. So while I don't believe in regret, my exception to that rule is living in the regret of what I did to my body before I knew who I was, or before I was comfortable
in my body. I'm very comfortable in my body now. I love my body so much. I'm so proud of my body. I am proud to possess my body. I'm proud to inhabit my body. My body is my temple. I was that asshole who went into a sacred temple and carved their fucking initials on it. Yeah, I know you've been at every sacred site around the world and there's some asshole who defiled it. I'm the asshole who defiled my own temple.
This is what happens when modern women are told to irresponsibly just live in the moment.
I have daddy on my inner lip from my ex-boyfriend's album promo for a TikTok.
You were a good girlfriend.
Yeah, I hate him now.
Album promotion or not, getting daddy tattooed in your mouth just sounds like a horrible idea.
Imagine, if you will, that you put a shirt on once when you were in your 20s, and now you have to wear that for the rest of your life. And that is what it feels like to get heavily tattooed before you turn into a fully developed adult human. I wanted to talk about, there's like a lot of reasons to regret my tattoos, but today specifically I wanted to talk about not matching my aesthetic, right? So I think if you asked almost anybody that's over 30, if they have a better idea of who they are in their 30s than they did in their 20s, they're gonna be like, oh my God, yes.
Even if someone warned her when she was younger, let's be honest, she would still most likely ignore them and get them anyway.
I have all of these tattoos that don't necessarily reflect who I am at 36. They might have reflected a moment in time in my 20s, maybe a moment in time that I was like not doing so well mentally, and they are here forever. Before anybody says anything, no, I'm not getting all of my tattoos removed. Like, that's not even feasible. Don't even suggest it. Generally, I have like a lot more femme, girly aesthetic than I did when I was younger. I was a lot more dark and spooky and moody, and now like I have adult problems.
It's rather tragic that she thought that she was going to spend her life in a permanent emo phase, but here we are.
Back to doing a bunch of stuff I liked to do when I was a kid, like collecting antiques and spending time outside, and I wear a lot of white and ruffles. My aesthetic just does not match. No shade to the artists, still get a ton of compliments on them, just wish that they weren't on my body, but I wanted to come on here and put myself out there and say I was told that I would regret my tattoos when I got older. I am older, and I do regret my tattoos, and you might too.
At least she's trying to get people to learn from her mistakes. That is sadly pretty rare nowadays.
It's like this forever. There's nothing I can do about it. I can't regret it, because if I do, then I'm you're like little tattoos, you can cover them up, you can laser them off. I've had some laser done. I had laser done on the tattoos that were on the behind my ears, on the side of my neck, and they're gone, and I feel so much better about it. But you can't undo this. Everything that I've done, you can't undo it.
It really makes you wonder what she was thinking when she covered her chest in tattoos, but each to their own, I guess.
You can't. That's it. It's too much. You'd have to... I'd be getting laser tattoo removal probably for the rest of my life to remove all of my tattoos, and I'm not even exaggerating because it's so painful. I wouldn't be able to do more than like one spot at a time. I don't think I could physically in my lifetime ever even remove all my tattoos, so it's something that's like unfeasible. When you do get tattoos, which I still 100% would have tattoos, maybe you can just make better decisions and also don't go so fast. Like, I don't know why I was in such a rush to be a heavily tattooed person at a young age, and like why? Like what? I mean, I was passionate about it. I loved it. I loved how it looked, and that was like how I saw myself, and it's what made me feel like myself.
There's a reason why we have the phrase "only fools rush in," and that can apply to tattoos as well.
But like, did I have to do it so quick? Because now I'm completely covered in neo-traditional style tattoos, and I would have loved to experiment with like other styles. Like, I want other stuff, but I don't have anywhere to put it now. Like, neo-traditional tattoos honestly are not even my favorite style of tattoos anymore, and it's what my body is completely covered in. So it's like, God, it's just so crazy because all the adults or grown-ups were always like, your interests are going to change. You're not going to like the same thing when you're 18 that you will when you're 25 or even when you're 40. And I was like, yeah, well, I don't care because it's a part of my story and I liked it at one time and it meant something to me. So that means I'm always going to like it. That's not real. That's not real. That's a fantasy world. That is a fantasy world.
Some modern women have an immature attitude towards time. It's like they just refuse to grow up at a certain point.
I believe big tattoos are unattractive. I just believe that small tattoos are just so cute, and I just love a clean slate. Like when I went to the beach, all my friends were like, all my colleagues were a clean slate. It is so beautiful. Like I think we underestimate the beauty of our natural skin in its natural state. I really wish I can go back to that clean state, and if I can just talk to myself 4 years ago when I got my first tattoo at 18, girl, don't get this. My mom tried to talk to me, my parents tried to talk to me, but it was just in my head that I need to get tattoos.
It's rather creepy how she says she needed to get tattoos. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Nobody needs to get them done.
And the tattoos that I have, 3 of them are meaningful, but the other ones I'm like, I could have gone without this. I could have gone without this. So I'm in the process of getting my tattoos removed, but to the 20-year-old girl out there, don't get tattoos. Your skin is beautiful, and if you do get a tattoo, get something meaningful.
The sad part is how those girls will react the same way that she did to that very same advice.
Tattoo is done. I look at it and I am trying to not cry. Like, I know that these are stupid, silly little goofy tattoos, and maybe to you, like, it doesn't matter how the fuck they look, but I actually care. Like, I actually liked my original banana, and I thought it was adorable, and you just put the ugliest piece of shit on my body ever that I have to live with. I mean, hopefully it's gonna fade as much as it did the first time. I'm like not taking care of it at all. I'm washing my hands a million times a day, and once it starts to scab, I will be peeling the scab off. So I'm hoping it just fades as much as it did the first time, but like, I was pissed.
She's the one who chose to get the tattoo in the first place. Blaming the artist doesn't actually change anything.
Do not get those tattoos. I'm telling you right now, do not get those tattoos. So many of you are gonna regret it, just like I do. I regret almost every single tattoo that I have, not because I think they're ugly, but it's just not me anymore. And like this one, I can't stand it. I'm gonna remove this. I'm seriously gonna remove this. It's so annoying. Like, create?
That's the kind of tattoo that an 18-year-old thinks, wow, that's just deep and meaningful and inspiring.
Or this one. At least they're small, thank God. This one is cute because it's like my mom and her birth date. So this one is the only one that I actually do not regret. I wish I didn't do it, and I'm gonna be that big sister for you, and I'm gonna tell you that do not get those tattoos. Most of you are gonna regret in a few years. So yeah, just a little big sister tip.
A lot of those tattoos are a sign of impulse control problems. It is not a good sign.
I regret every single one of my tattoos, all of them. When I got them, I was like, oh, this isn't something that I'm ever gonna want off me. This is like a chapter in my life. This is something that I went through. It's a memory, so it's just gonna be there. Tattoos are something that will make you feel uncomfortable and awkward as hell in situations that you never thought you were gonna give a shit about, but really you do, because appearance does help people gauge what kind of person you are, what kind of lifestyle you live, and if they wanna be associated with you or not.
To be fair, it does show a chapter of her life, just probably not a positive one.
It can hinder you in job situations. It can hinder you in business dealings. It can hinder you in your child having friends with other people and their families because they're going to look at you and think whatever. And you can always say, oh yeah, like I don't care what people think. It's not about them. It's about me. Young people, trust me when I tell you this. You will almost certainly regret all of your tattoos, especially when you become a parent. I promise you're going to regret them. Unless you are in the lifestyle of like tattoo artistry. When you're 40, you're going to regret it, and when you're 80, it's going to look like a blob on you.
They never think about what those tattoos are going to look like during their elderly years.
These things are an embarrassment. I'm ashamed, and I wish to hell I could get them off. You couldn't have told me shit when I was 23 years old. You couldn't have told me I wasn't going to love the tattoos for the rest of my life. Now I'm stuck with my birthday on my arm and a diamond next to it because I didn't know what to get, but I wanted something on my arm, and now it's just ridiculous. There's a lot of situations where I meet people and I go to shake their hand and they see all this stuff, and I just know they're formulating like some sort of idea of who I am.
There are stereotypes linked with anybody, women included, who get covered in tattoos. I don't think it's going to change.
And I know that tattoos should not be an indication of your character or your lifestyle. But we are living in reality, not Delulu land. So we are going to understand and agree right now that it is. When you see them, it is. When I see them, it is. You deduce what you're dealing with based on the person's physical appearance. I hope I de-influence somebody, and I hope that person's not going to get a tattoo because of me. So check out those 18-month ones at Fade. It's your best bet. Love y'all. See you later.
The sad part is, a lot of those tattoos just kind of look lazy and poorly done as well.
The forearm, it's almost in like the crevasse of my elbow. What's this called? The armpit of your elbow? Yeah, that's where my tattoo is. Once he finished tattooing it, I was like, oh my gosh, I am so happy. I'm going to be so addicted to tattoos now that I'm single. I love this. And then not more than like a month later, I was like, oh man, I'm kind of over Harry Potter.
You know, I don't think that getting a tattoo after a divorce or a breakup is a really good idea.
In true hyperfixator fashion, I was completely over that obsession within just a few months, and then I instantly regretted getting it tattooed on my body for forever. And now the best way I can explain it is that I am in my BTS hyperfixation right now. If I got a BTS tattoo right now, actually, that might not be such a bad idea because I considered getting a One Direction tattoo, and that would have been cringy for like 5 years. But now in the post One Direction era, it's kind of like, oh, you an OG fan, like you're one of us. That's probably how it would be for BTS. But no, it's cringy. I'm getting off topic. That is a bad idea to get one of your current obsessions tattooed on you when it's not going to be your obsession for forever. I feel like this is turning into a rant. Let's move on. So after my second tattoo, I definitely thought, oh my gosh, I want to get more tattoos.
Just because you're obsessed with K-pop, that doesn't mean that you need a tattoo over it, but here we are.
I feel like judged and watched by people in my community because I have a lot of visible tattoos. People are probably listening to this and saying like, well, you should just get them removed. Sure, I'll get them removed, but I have a lot of tattoos. I'm not going to show all of them right now. Like maybe I'll do a tattoo tour one day, but they're all really big, black, blotchy. They've gotten like blown out. I've gone to like dermatologists and tattoo removal places, and you want to know how much they've quoted me per session to remove, my tattoos, and it's going to take probably 12 to 20 sessions. They said it would cost per session around $1,000, $700. If I pay for like this entire package, it would come out to like $700 a session, which would cost me thousands of dollars up front. Laser tattoo removal is also extremely painful. It's a very strenuous process on top of being very expensive.
She spent a bunch of money on tattoos. Now she has to spend even more to remove them.
Definitely times that I got hired because I was more heavily tattooed. There were way more times that I lost out on jobs because I looked just a little bit too hardcore. The vibe that I always got is that sleeves are cool and hand tattoos are cool and maybe even like a little neck piece is cool. But when you have your whole chest tattooed, it's a little bit much. Unless they're casting for like a biker or some other cliche.
These women just assume that employers will be cool with them being covered in tattoos. Now, granted, a lot of them these days are fine with it, but, there are a lot that are not.
Granted, I also had really short hair and a little bit harsher aesthetic overall, but yeah. I do have some kind of funny stories though about being hired because I had tattoos, and somebody at the brand between the shoot and publication decided that they did not like that. In several cases, I was photoshopped to have no tattoos in the end, and everything was just like very smooth.
It's living proof how many people will find these tattoos unattractive. It is certainly not for everybody.
I got 4 tattoos when I was 18 years old, and I hate all of them. It is by far one of my biggest regrets getting these tattoos. I hate looking at them every morning. I wish they were gone. I have scheduled so many tattoo removal appointments, but I cancel them because I'm scared of the price and I'm scared of the pain. None of them fit my aesthetic anymore. I just don't know why 18-year-old Brooke felt so pressured to get so many tattoos.
It's interesting how so many of these stories get their tattoos the second they turn 18.
So here's a really quick tour to sum it up. Sagittarius. This one's a cover-up. You can see the original one. It was a cat straight from Pinterest. I should have just left the cat because it was smaller, and I don't like this huge blotchy flower. I am strong because I've been weak. I am fearless because I've been afraid, in my mom's handwriting. This one's by far my least favorite one. It is so ugly. It says, we're holding on to a fairy tale, we're moving forward, but we're not there yet.
None of these quotes are actually inspirational. They're the stuff that greeting cards are made of.
It makes total sense to me now why I don't like these anymore, because my brain literally was not fully developed when I got them. Maybe someday I'll get them removed. I really, really want to. But once again, I'm just so terrified of the price and the pain. So for however long it takes me to get over those fears, I will just be hiding those parts of my body from social media, from everyone, because I hate when people see them and I hate when people ask me about them because they are so ugly.
The brain development argument is one of the dumbest cop-outs these women use, I would say.
If I could tell my younger self anything, it would be to hold off on tattoos. Hold off on them because they're not really that important. I should have definitely really thought on the pieces that I wanted if I really did want tattoos, because now that I'm older, I'm 29 years old, I don't not one. I just don't. There's cute outfits that I want to wear that don't look good on me because the tattoos. I just want to look cutesy, and there's some outfits that don't give that because of the tattoos.
It's interesting how many different ways those tattoos make some of these women just very unattractive.
To each their own, but me personally, I would not get tattoos from the jump. I really, really genuinely regret it. And yeah, if I could tell my younger self anything, it would be, bitch, hold off, because they ain't that cute when you get older.
Even if she could tell her younger self to hold off, I don't think she would listen anyway. Like I said earlier in the video, I don't think these women are prone to listening.
So the Bible says your body's a temple. Well, teen me completely disrespected mine with this glitter farting butterfly tattoo here. I was 16, had 40 bucks, zero discernment. I'm in my 30s now. I'm saved. But she's still here to humble me daily. What was I thinking? Oh, wait. I wasn't. Because I was 16.
A little bit of common sense can go a long way, but it's usually wasted on younger people. Now, not to roast younger people, but I think a lot of us who are older can perhaps agree that we never wanted to listen to common sense when we were younger either.
Bridal showers, I think it was, years ago. This was 2021, right when I got it. She was like, "Are you a worshiper?" And that never left me, and from that moment on I started to feel kind of weird, and I started to see things like tattooing skeletons on you and stuff is not good. It's a bad thing. And on top of it, rock on, I'm not trying to look like that. I literally I like pop punk and I like alternative music, and that's not what that gives.
There are a lot of tattoos out there that will give people some satanic impressions. I think it's quite obvious.
That was me being stupid, and I just thought it was cute, and I was like, oh, I love music like that. I'm not even a metalhead, so I don't want it to come off like that. I'm not at all. I don't listen to freaking Metallica or anything like that. I do like my alternative rock and stuff, but not to the extent to have a rock on in your face every time I wear shorts or dresses. So yeah, I'm getting that. That was my number one. So that is my number one tattoo I'm getting removed, and that I regret because of the way I feel like it makes me look.
Her biggest concern shouldn't be about people judging her music tastes based on her tattoos.
And then the last one we discussed at my thing was my hand tattoo. Granted, I kind of like it. I don't know. If I could, I would get rid of all my hand tattoos. I should have never got my hands tattooed. Even this side is kind of pointless at this point, but whatever. I feel like it's not that noticeable. It's fine. This is a little much. It's a little, I do feel kind of manly with a hand tattoo, but at the same time, the healing would probably be terrible with this. But also, do I get rid of it? I don't know. But now I'm thinking of keeping this, since I have a whole sleeve anyway that I'm not getting rid of right now. Thinking of keeping this and exchanging it for my thigh tattoo.
Hand tattoos are always noticeable. There is no hiding them from people with functioning eyes.
I feel like they do, and I feel like there's a lot of things that I am limited in wearing. For example, I can't wear halter dresses that are short, just because I feel like it leans very hoochie. And I feel like certain slip dresses, I just feel like they don't look right on me because of my tattoos. Some people could say it's just because of who I am, which I don't feel like I carry myself in a certain way, where I would give off not sophisticated, but I feel like my tattoos definitely limit me on what I can wear. And the older I get, I just don't resonate with them. It's why do I have this dragon on my arm? It's not something that I like at all.
It's hard to imagine having a tattoo that, deliberately makes you look sophisticated.
I wish I listened to people when they said I would regret getting fine line tattoos over the years, because at first I was like, no, they're so cute, they're so fun, whatever. And the past year I started really liking the traditional stuff more. But I have all of these that are just dainty. They're cute, they're very cutesy, but they're just not my thing anymore.
Getting a tattoo because it's cutesy isn't even a good enough reason to get it on your body, at least in my opinion anyway, but again, each to their own, I suppose, hey.
So I just had to book a bunch of appointments to get all of these reworked and or covered. It's like, I just wish I waited until I knew the style that I wanted, but it could be worse. It could be like, if I had bolder tattoos and then wanted to get dainty, that would be pretty much impossible. So at least this is possible, but I wish I waited. That's all.
Most of these women are not capable of waiting. When they want something, they want it instantly, whether it be a tattoo or whatever the case may be.
So I just went for another tattoo removal session. This was like its 12th time. There was nothing there before. Now it's outlined like the whole tattoo. Wow. This was my 3rd session. I don't know if you can tell the difference, how swollen it is. This used to be something quite big. This was about the 12th session. My fingers, oh my gosh, I'm shaking. My fingers were like their 4th or 5th session. But yeah, check out that. That is absolutely shocking. No pun intended.
It's not just a financial price you have to pay to get a tattoo removed. This is living proof.
Next time you think about getting a tattoo, think about that. Think about this. Pain. 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 Baby, nothing's worth it. There is nothing that important on your body. Look at how swollen. You can't really tell. Wait.
There aren't many things that are so important that they need to be marked on your body forever, one could argue.
There is nothing that important to put on your body. Actually, let me not project, but let me just say, think about it. Think about it, because this shit hurts, okay? This shit hurts. Like, when I leave that appointment, I swear I can taste metal in my mouth.
There seems to be a lot of pain involved in getting them removed. This seems like a hefty price to pay. If you would like to get early access to videos, weekly lectures, and case study breakdowns of human behavior, make sure you check out the members area link below in the video description. Otherwise, make sure to click on one of these videos on screen now if you enjoyed. Make sure you take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.